All right, have a good one. We'll be in touch. Bye.
Wow, that was exciting. He's like, that's what this is like. Okay, it is.
Oh my gosh, we got a sale, girl.
That's a big sale. He said you do what?
You gonna be making $1,000 a month now.
Thank you.
From a one-time setup. No. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. In this video, I want to show you how I built a voice AI agent with no code. I called her Whitney, and she sounds like this.
And what kind of appointment are you looking to schedule? A cleaning consultation or something else?
A cleaning consultation. Or you know what? I actually have a root canal.
Got it. You're looking to schedule something for a root canal.
And I sold it in 2 hours of trying. So here's how it started. So my friend is working 2 jobs right now, and I told her to come over before she goes to work because I want her to try this thing out because it can be a profitable skill to learn. So I had her watch this very video that I'm about to show you on how to build a voice AI agent, just for her to understand like what this is, what it's about, how do you set it up, and how it can help businesses. And then right after that, we got started calling using this 3-sentence script. Now we got a lot of rejections, but we got 1 yes. Just in enough time for her to go to work. Now, quick disclaimer. That was my experience. I cannot promise results for anyone like this, but I'm just sharing what worked, what didn't, and the lessons that I learned during trying to sell it. And if you're wondering like, well, why would a business even need this? Well, think about it like this. Every missed call can be lost money for a business. Like, people don't leave voicemails anymore. If they get someone's voicemail, they're gonna just call the next company that actually answers the phone. Voice AI solves that instantly. So I had Andy all day, who consults over 1,000 agencies on this exact thing, walk me through step by step setting this up live so you guys can see this. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you that process so you can understand just like Candace did. And then I'm gonna break down how we landed our first sale, okay? You guys ready to get into it? Let's go. Hey Andy, can you show us how do you create an AI voice agent?
100% Whitney. There's a couple things that you're going to need to build a voice AI agent. Now, before I get started and I show it to you, I just want to give you context on voice AI. There are hundreds of different tools to use voice AI. Now, those softwares, and I've tried many of them, many of those softwares, you have to connect different tools and essentially become a developer because voice AI is so brand new. And the value of us getting in right now is like you're getting in very early. But there is a platform that allows you to build voice AI, a voice AI agent within minutes, and all the elements of booking an appointment, having a calendar widget, websites, and so on and so forth with the voice AI agent. This is a platform called Gohighlevel, and Highlevel integrates it all in one platform, so that way you don't have to be a tech wizard and connect all these different tools. Within a few minutes, one software to build your voice AI agent, book appointments, get leads, and so forth. So that software is Highlevel.
All right. Okay, let's show us.
So here is a high-level dashboard, and inside of the high-level dashboard, you have so many different features in the software. But in addition to all those features, the most important one here that for this sake is going to be the voice AI agent. And you're gonna click on voice AI agent, and you're gonna click on create agent. When you click on create agent, you're gonna click. Now, what's cool is there's actually a marketplace where you can buy pre-built agents, but I'm gonna show you how you can build a custom agent here. The steps to creating a custom agent is you're going to choose a name. So, Whitney, what industry would you want to build an AI agent for?
Well, I heard dentists do really well when it comes to selling voice AI.
You're absolutely right. A dentist who's going to use it, especially like when a dentist, my mom is a dental hygienist. So when I remember being young and going into the practice, and during lunchtime, it's like everyone would leave. The dentist would leave. During lunchtime, my mom would leave as a dental hygienist. She was an assistant to the dentist. And then the whole team would leave. But what would happen is during that time, when people would call to book an appointment or to learn more about their services, what would happen is people would call, get to the voicemail, and then they would leave. So an example of using this for a dentist is instead of people leaving voicemails, which doesn't happen much today, instantly, as soon as they call, the voice AI agent can actually pick up the call, gather the customer's challenge or the issue or why they want to book an appointment, and then capture the name, email, and phone number for the dentist when they come back from lunch.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, let's do it.
So we're going to give it a name. What would you like to name this AI agent? This is a first name.
Whitney.
Okay, let's call it Whitney, all right? So we're going to type in Whitney, and then we're going to type in the business name. Now, this Expert OS is going to be just a demo account for us, but let's give the name of the dentist. Let's call this Cumberland Dental. Okay. And then we're gonna choose if it's an inbound call. And now what's cool with high level, outbound call is coming soon. It's currently in beta. And so in the future, you can do outbound calls. You're gonna choose a voice here, and you can actually check out the different voice options that they have. And we can say, let's listen to
It
this one.
wasn't the storm that changed her.
Chris McGuire here from Chicago.
I'm that hip chick that hangs out while you fold laundry. I might even fold along.
Sharing kindness is like a
So for somebody who is a dentist, I'm gonna go ahead and choose. I know one that's really popular is this one called Dakota.
The 90s were fun because it was a time full of new trends, creativity,
cool. I like
and
that.
pop culture.
So I'm gonna choose Dakota, save voice, and then the initial message is going to be, "Hey, you reached Cumberland Dental." So that's what I'm gonna call it, Cumberland Dental. We'll click next, and then from here, when you get to the agent's goal section, you can really customize it and make it robust. I'm gonna share with you how to launch this for a client or for your business if you're using this. So if you sell this to high level customers, or if you're a high level customer, or if you want to be a high level customer, or if you're gonna sell this to small businesses, this is how you're gonna set it up. It's pretty simple. So you're gonna check off these boxes, and it starts off with the details to collect from. What information do you want to collect from the individual? Of course, I want their name.
Yep.
Yes, I want their email. I want their address if that's important to you, or maybe we could skip that.
Right.
And then, of course, I want the contact issue. The contacts issue. When a contacts issue is the reason for the call.
Okay.
Now, that is the most basic way to get started. But if I want to really set it up correct, I'm going to switch to advanced mode. And this is going to
Okay.
be a tool that you're going to need. So I went and had my team build a GPT. Now, a GPT is ChatGPT that is designed for a specific reason. So it took us 6 months to build, and it's all dependent on Gohighlevel prompt guidelines. And so it uses high levels prompt guidelines to make sure to build it correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all this data that's inside of here that high level initially put in, and we're going to customize it for your use case. So let me go back to the GPT, and you're an AI agent. So I'm going to tell this GPT exactly what I want it to do. Hey, you're an AI agent that is called Whitney. And as Whitney, I'm going to have you get the customer's name, get the customer's email address, and get the customer's contact issue. And on top of that, let them know that we are out of the office. We are currently at lunch, and that's the reason that you are picking up as the agent. And at the end of the call, let them know that somebody will go ahead and call them back. So I have a tool on my computer that takes my transcriptions, and that's why it's instantly there. Then I'm going to tell the GPT prompt to go ahead and edit this prompt for this use case. And then I'm going to paste the one that I got from high level. And then I'm going to click submit. So the back end, what it's doing is it's searching Gohighlevel's prompt guidelines, and that's what my team built for 6 months. It's searching Gohighlevel's prompt guidelines to make sure that it's all within alignment of what high level wants it to be. Then I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to remove the emojis here, and then I'm going to click next. I'm going to choose the phone number, and then I'm going to click save. And voila, my voice AI agent is complete. The next thing is I'm going to go back into Whitney, and let's give Whitney a call. Actually, Whitney, do you want to give Whitney a call?
Oh, sure. I'll talk to myself.
So
Okay.
you're gonna go ahead and call this number here.
Have reached Cumberland Dental. How can I help you today?
Hi. I was wondering if I could schedule an appointment.
Hi there. This is Whitney, the AI assistant for Cumberland Dental. The team is currently out for lunch, but I can help get things started for you. Can I grab your name, please?
It's Whitney Bonds.
Thanks, Whitney Bonds. What's the best email address to reach you?
Whitney@username.com.
Got it. Just to confirm, that's WHITNEY@USDRNAME.com, correct?
Correct.
Perfect, thanks. And what kind of appointment are you looking to schedule? A cleaning consultation or something else?
Cleaning consultation. Or you know what? I actually have a root canal.
Got it. You're looking to schedule something for a root canal. Thanks for letting me know. A team member will follow up with you shortly to help set that up. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
What are your hours again?
The team will confirm the exact hours when they follow up, but typically Cumberland Dental operates during standard business hours. Anything else I can help with?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Thanks again for calling Cumberland Dental, Whitney. We appreciate your patience, and someone will be in touch shortly to assist with scheduling your root canal. Have a great day.
Thank you. Not bad.
So in this scenario, what's taking place is it's designed for the dental practice to go out to lunch and with confidence know that their customers are being taken care of when a phone call comes in. Your customer is not going to leave voicemails today. People aren't leaving voicemails today. They hear the voicemail, they click, and they go on to the next company. So if someone is saying, hey, I'm interested in going to the dentist and I want to choose you, they call you and you don't pick up, what they're going to do, especially when they're going through Google Maps, is they're going to call the next person and the next company and the next company until someone picks up. In this scenario, we guided the customer, let them know, hey, our team is at lunch right now and we're going to get in contact with you. And what's cool, Whitney, that we can do inside of here is we can prompt it to even make some changes where telling the person like, hey, we'll get in contact with you within the next 3 hours if that's the promise.
Oh,
So
that's
your goal is really to try to break the system and figure out what is the ideal scenario for you or for your customer and set them up properly. And once you set it up once, it's done. You don't have to work or edit it again.
This is amazing. And that's it. That wasn't even like 10 minutes. That's how you set up a voice AI agent?
That's exactly how you set up a voice AI agent. So it takes you a few minutes to get it up and running, and then afterwards, once you're a customer, or if you're the business that's using it, you're implementing this. Then what ends up happening is that your customers now have someone to talk to. And if you notice, you asked that one specific question that was out of the prompt, which was, "What are your hours?" The AI responded, "Standard business hours." However, it reverted back to its training, which is one of our members will get back in touch with you, which is the goal, is to tell that person, hey, we'll get back in touch with you. Now, let me show you this one more thing here that just took place. Inside of High Level, the business owner will get a message. So if I go to conversations, the business owner will get a message. And here is what this looks like. So here it shows Whitney, the whole conversation that Whitney said. So it said it's Whitney Bond, and it has the whole conversation. So it said Whitney at username.com, and it pulls in the whole entire data. So what happens is I, as a CEO, I'm able to get an email alert while I'm at lunch and say, oh, we have somebody who just called in, and I
Wow.
got their name, I got their email, I got their phone number because they called in. And so I have all of the data and I have the transcript of the conversation, similar to what a receptionist who was working there full time would do. So the value of this is that while the team is all out lunch, the receptionist, the dentist, all the dental assistants is all out lunch, the business is still in operations.
This is amazing. Like to be able to do this so quickly is just like honestly mind blowing. So can you help my viewers understand like how could they get started doing something like this?
Yeah, so actually what we did is we created a guide, and in the guide is a step-by-step tutorial on how to actually build it with all the links to the GPT, and it's completely free to get with all the links to the GPT prompt creator that my team worked on for the last 6 months. I mean, I had developers work on prompting. They are prompt engineers, and they had to develop this in a way that makes it easy to copy and paste. So you'll get access to that link. Plus, you get all the information step by step on how to go ahead and launch this for your business or for a client's business if you are in the business of selling voice AI agents to small businesses.
Okay, so that's how you build a voice AI agent. Like I said, this is the same video I had my friend watch. So this is what we did. This is me and her watching this video right here. And then I told her, all right, now we're going to try and sell this to businesses. And she was so nervous. We use this 3-sentence script that says, for the script, you want to use businesses that are like your family or any friends that you use. And you don't go in with the pitch, you're asking them for help. So this is the script. For example, the guy's name is Bob. You say, hey, Bob, my sister goes to your med spa. This is for the example. All the time and said, you might be able to help me. Can I ask you 3 quick questions for some research? And then Bob will almost certainly say yes, as he doesn't want to upset your sister. So I've just started a business and people tell me it would be good for med spas, but I don't think so. Can you tell me, do med spas miss phone calls? And Bob might say, yes, they do. Oh, I didn't know they would. How many calls do you think you miss per day? And he might say 10. Wow, I had no idea. And how much would an average booking be for med spas like yours? $200. No, that can't be right, Bob. You're saying an average med spa could be losing $2,000 a day from missed calls. Yep. I build these AI, and you would say, I build AI voice agents that never miss a call, set up appointments, and even close sales. You think if I called some med spas locally, they'd be keen? And he would probably say, yeah. Okay, I'll call a few. Do you have any suggestions who I could call? And the idea is for him to say, well, me. That's the idea. You want him to say, and if he doesn't say me, then maybe he'll give you some people to call, or maybe he'll just leave you hanging. And then you say, really, Bob, I hadn't thought of that. And then the guy says, that works every time. And the whole key is you try not to sell it. You just be a person who needs help from their expertise. So you're calling just like, I'm just trying to see would anybody be interested in this. Right. So that's the script. Now, the different types of businesses that this works for, home services like plumbers, HVAC, electricians, pest control, med spas, dentists, hair salons, clinics, hotels, event spaces, rentals, real estate agents, law firm coaches, florists, estate agents, kids play park. So now we can just sit down and think about who we know might go to these, just come up with a name, and then try this script. You want to try it?
Okay.
So we did some test calls just to get our feet wet, and I will say we had some good laughs doing that. But after the test calls, we got serious and we started with who we knew. And then we quickly realized we didn't know that many people. We did call this one guy we knew, which would later seal the deal for us, who missed our call, so we already knew he needed the service. But I'm going to get to that in a second. So while we missed that call, we said, okay, well, who else do we know? Since we didn't really know that many people, we said, okay, let's call a florist, because that's one of the people that need this kind of service. So we called one of the top florists in our areas, and we looked on the website to find out who the owner is of this business, because the business owner is the one you need to talk to. It's not the receptionist or just anybody else that works there. So we got her name, and she's the one who answered the phone. So I said, hi, I see that you're one of the top florists in our area, and we want to know if you could help answer 3 quick questions for us for this business that we're starting. And she was very nice, and she said, yeah, sure. And so I said, well, my first question is, do you guys miss a lot of phone calls? Because of the amount of work that you have to do in a day, do you miss some phone calls? And she thought about it, and she's like, not really. We don't really miss that many phone calls. And then I was like, okay, thank you. That was really my main question. I just wanted to see, did florists miss a lot of phone calls because of the amount of work they do? And she said, well, just not for us. We don't miss that many phone calls. And that was it. That was my main question. So what I'm doing is I'm just developing some research and a rapport with people to see like what companies really do have this problem. So I could have called other florists, but I decided to go in a different industry, and I called med spas. So 2 of them didn't answer the phone, so I knew that they needed our service. So I wrote their names down, and then we called some other ones. We called 3 other ones. They all answered. Most of them were the receptionists, and then we did have one owner pick up. And she was kind of like just trying to get us off the phone. So we asked, do you miss phone calls a lot? And she was like, no. We just went and said, okay. And then we hung up because we could tell that she was not our customer. So that was that. And then we talked to some other people. And then I called another med spa and I talked to the receptionist. The owner wasn't available. But just to get a sense of like other med spas miss phone calls, I asked her, I was like, do you guys miss a lot of phone calls, or just other med spas in your area? Do you know if they all have receptionists? And she was like, all the ones I could think of, they have receptionists. And we knew that we already called 2 med spas that didn't answer the phone, so everyone doesn't have someone always available. So it's just good information to say like, okay, who should you be asking questions to and who should you not? So those are the things I learned, and it was looking like it wasn't gonna pan out for us. It was looking like, okay, well, who else do we call? And then we got a call back. Now this was the HVAC guy we called earlier. And when he called us back, I said, hey, I was gonna actually ask you a question if you miss phone calls, but I already know the answer to that. And he laughed and he said, well, who is this? And then I told him who I was, and I told him that we just started a business, and I wanted to ask him 3 quick questions to help answer our questions, because people are telling us this would be great for HVAC services, but we didn't really know. So if you could answer these questions. And he was like, I'm a little scared. I was like, oh, don't be scared. I just have 2 quick questions. And then he was like, well, how do you guys know me? And then we said, Brian told us about you. And then he was like, oh, Brian? And then we could just tell in his voice that gave him just like, oh, wow, well, sure, I'll answer your question. So that is really the trick. When you know someone that they know, that kind of gave us instant credibility, because he didn't know us at all. So definitely knowing someone who uses their service, or if you use their service, that could be a big help. And then we went on to say, well, we run an AI agent business, and we wanted to know if you missed any calls. And we did not expect this at all. His answer, he just went in on how he misses so many missed calls and then how it's hurting his business, how he's even getting bad reviews about not picking up the phone. Like, he was telling us all of his problems. And this was just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, we literally had a solution for him. We were just like, oh my gosh. And then he told us he was literally in 4 car accidents because of answering his phone. Because he said that he knows every time his phone rings, that's a potential sale. So he wants to get the phone. And because of those incidents, he's been in car accidents. And the last accident was with a semi. So I knew that this was something that he needed. And I told him on the phone, I'm like, this is more of like a life or death situation. And he agreed. So I told him, I just want you to listen to how it sounds so you can decide if this is something that you think is right for your business. Now, I want you to know this first. When we were talking about voice AI, he thought we were talking about those voice AI assistants where it's like, press 1 for blah, 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 or press 2 for that. But we were like, oh no, this is not that at all. This is like an assistant that we trained that can answer all the questions that they would know in real time. I said, just call this number. I want you to try it out. And now this was the same account that Andy created for Cumberland Dental. So I told him we created this agent specifically for a dentist office, which kind of looks good for our part because it kind of gives us the credibility that we already created for a different industry, but how it could also work for his. So we said, and I said we designed this for when they are out for lunch to answer these questions. So that is what this agent is specifically designed for. I told him this agent can answer questions, book appointments, even close sales. So he used one of his other phones and he literally asked it while we were on the phone, which worked out so perfect because we got his reaction. And so he asked it only 2 questions and he was like, okay, I'm done. Sign me up. I said, okay. We could not believe it. So I got his email. I told him the price was $997 a month with a setup fee and that we would send the information over to him. He said, okay, let's get started. I want to get this done before October 1st. And we were like, okay. And we just could not believe it. This was just like, oh my gosh, we really got to see how this thing works. So this is good for businesses that are just like this, have overwhelming missed calls and need someone to be able to answer those missed calls for them to keep the business running while they're doing the actual work. And that is the power of voice AI, and that's why it works, and that's why businesses want this. So that's how I was able to do it. If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.